Hello, hello, hello. We are going to do a live podcast recording. I don't know how well it's going to work outside, but we are going to roll with it. So I'm just going to hit record and we are going to get started. Hello, 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 and welcome back to another podcast episode. I am taking a risk today and I am recording this podcast episode outside. I have been doing Instagram lives outside and it just feels so good and calming and peaceful. So we are going to see if the sound is going to work for this live podcast recording outside. I'm also live on Instagram, and we're just going to roll with it because why not? That's the best way to tackle anything that you want to do is just to roll with it. So here we go. Today I want to talk about the way that you get to your first 4-figure months. So a lot of business coaches teach you how to get to 10K or how to scale your business to 10K plus months. You know, we hear a lot of 10K, 20K, 30K, 40K, 50K, 6-figure years, all of these things. But what I really find is missing inside of this business coaching space is how to get to those first 4-figure months, how to really take the right action towards hitting your first $1,000 month, $2,000 months, $3,000 months, $5,000 months. And the thing is what gets you to those 10K stable months is not the same thing that's going to get you to your first 4-figure months. And a lot of times what happens is coaches, people who are trying to build their businesses from the ground up start taking the advice that these coaches are giving in order to get to 10K months. And the actions that they are taking are going to leave them frustrated because they're not at the level that they need to be at in order to start taking these actions. So the actions that you're going to take to get to your first 4-figure months are not the same actions that you're going to take to get to your first 10K months. So I want to break down some activities and actions that you could be taking right now that are possibly keeping you frustrated, keeping you stuck, and not moving your business forward in the way that you would like to move forward. So the first thing that a lot of people are going to feel frustrated with is if they start focusing on building an email list with a free offer when they don't even have a social media following. Now, let me be very clear that an email list is really, really important. And I do believe that you should be building your email list from day one. However, when you are still building your social media following, you should be focusing on building that social media following. The email list should be second, right? I think once we start getting into having about like 1,000 followers, 2,000 followers, 3,000 followers, then let's start talking about a strategy in order to build that email list. But until you get to that point, really focus on using your free, amazing offers in your content, right? I've talked about this before. One of the things that I stopped doing in order to sign more clients was I stopped doing free content, free workshops. So, and I should say this, I didn't stop it altogether. I actually have a free program called Social Media Simplified that anybody can sign up at any time. So I created that free offer. And then from there, I started using my content as my free workshops, as my freebie. So I started to create more quality content rather than trying to filter people into a free offer and then into a paid offer. I just took that middle piece out because I really wanted to focus on building my social media following, getting more eyes on my stuff, getting more brand awareness. So instead of focusing on building that email list, really focus on creating quality content. And the easiest way to break that down is if you were going to do a free masterclass, a free workshop, a free challenge, break that information that you would use in that free offer and start creating content in that way. This should give you a lot of content, especially if you've done a lot of free masterclasses and free workshops in the past. Go back to those and take out pieces of that content and use it in your content. Use it as standing, like regular long form content. Use it in short form video. Maybe take out quotes and use it as a quote card. There's a lot of ideas for you to really up the quality of your content just by simply showing up as if you were doing a free masterclass, a free workshop. The next thing that really leaves people frustrated is focusing on creating these huge launches that last like 4 to 6 weeks and then taking a break from launching. In my opinion, if you are not yet making stable $5,000 months, you should be selling every single day. I'm not saying that launching isn't important. In fact, we cover this inside of the Road to 3K Mastermind. But I also believe that on top of launching, you should be selling every single day. If you are not selling every single day, you are not open for business. And until you start having that reoccurring revenue where you can look out like 6 or 12 months and say, okay, I have these 5K stable months, I don't feel like you should have gaps in between selling. So you might be launching a program, your signature offer, let's just say, and we're gonna talk about that next, but you might be, launching your signature offer, and after that launch is over, you stop selling. But if you're not selling, you're not bringing in new income, and eventually your payment plans are gonna run out. So it is really, really important for you to be selling every single day, whether that is one-off offers, your signature offer, just having something that people can buy. Selling and launching are definitely two different things. However, I personally, no matter where I'm at in my business, I am selling every single day. I have something to offer people. People can invest in themselves with me every single day. And until I get to a point where I feel really comfortable with my income, I might not be doing that. But in the space that I'm at and in the space that I believe most people are at in their business, they need to be focusing on getting comfortable selling every single day. In fact, I've done it a couple times where I've done like a 365-day selling challenge. I've actually never, I'm going to admit this and be super vulnerable, I've never actually made it to 365 days. But I have made it like 6 months, 7 months, 8 months where I have been selling every single day. And it not only helps you get comfortable with selling, it also gives your audience, allows your audience to know that you are open for business and they can invest with you all of the time. Our audience needs to hear things over and over again. And so this is really important when you are trying to build up those stable 4-figure months. Okay, so the next thing that I find that really holds people back when they are not yet at the 4-figure months level is creating low cost memberships. Now, I'm not saying if your heart is in it, don't do it. Of course, every single strategy is individualized. However, what I find is a lot of people will create low cost memberships. And what happens is because they're, sorry for the dogs barking. We were taking a risk doing this outside, but because they are putting so much work and effort into these low-cost memberships, they feel really frustrated because they're not getting the return on investment that they're putting in for their time. And in order to have a low-cost membership really bring in a 4-figure month, you have to have a large audience. So if your audience isn't there yet, if the know, like, and trust factor isn't quite where you need it to be, you're not going to start making that reoccurring revenue. And you're probably going to feel really frustrated creating content and putting all of this effort into these low cost memberships when you're not actually earning the income that you want to earn. So instead, what I suggest is to create a signature offer that you can create once and that you can sell over and over and over again. So this might be an ongoing program. This might be a group coaching program. This could be a mastermind. This could be a one-on-one offer, but something that you can continually offer over and over again. So I personally set up my entire business this way. I have 3 ways for people to work with me. That is going to actually be increasing at the end of this year. However, for laying the foundation and making sure that I always have something to direct people to, I have one-on-one offers available. I have the Confident Content Experience, which is a group coaching program that's all about social media. And then I have my 6-month mastermind, the Road to 3K Mastermind. And this way, like the Road to 3K Mastermind, for instance, isn't something that's ongoing, but it's something that I launch every 6 months. So I'm able to talk about it even in between launching, so people are aware that once I open the doors for it, that it's there and available. And the Confident Content Experience, people can get into at any time. Having those signature offers has really allowed me to release the pressure off of creating new things, but also it has allowed me to really build the brand awareness around those signature offers so that people know what I have to offer. And then once that brand awareness is really grown, then I will maybe start adding in new things. And you need to remember that your business is your business. And at any moment you can change your mind and you can do what you want to do. So I've been coming up with this idea for a masterclass. I don't really have a name for it yet. But it's in the next couple months, it's definitely going to be coming out, and that'll just be like a one-off offer. But it is important to have those signature offers as a foundation for you to build off of, and then you can offer other things. So before I let you go, I would like to let you know that inside of the Road to 3K Mastermind, we are going to be focusing on brand awareness on social media. We are going to be focusing on getting clarity around what you do, who you help, and how you help them. We are going to work on social media messaging and building a community. We're going to work on creating, marketing, and selling your signature offer. And then we're also going to focus on networking and getting you in front of new audiences. So right now, there are 7 spots available inside the Road to 3K Mastermind. We start on June 12th. You get immediate access to the Confident Content Experience, and payment plans start as low as $85 a week. So if you are looking for high touch coaching that is completely accessible, this is the space for you. Send me an email, send me a DM, however you want to get a hold of me. Let's get you into this mastermind and get you rolling and get you to those consistent 4-figure months. I hope that you have a fabulous day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.